Good morning, folks. Welcome back. Open Pagan Church. Have you ever wondered, have you ever thought, could there truly be global human unification? It's a thought worth pondering. If you're interested in chatting about it or talking about it, you want to learn more about what our thoughts are on it, believe me, it's not new. It's nothing new. Global human unification has been around for a long time. Join us here, Open Pagan Church, right after a word from our sponsor. We'll be right back. Hey, folks. All right. Our sponsor is a PS4 format Conan Exiles server called XN. Yep, XN server. They've redone their server, and here are the new stats, so pay attention. Almost official stats: 4x harvest and XP rates, 0.8 in your crafting and thrall conversion, official days and nights, admin, map rooms, steel starter tools at Welcome Center, no gods allowed, LOL, random admin events, including raid bases and kill boxes, active admin, contact through PSN at Mystic Fae on Discord, and I'll let you read out that Discord address. Please be sure and check them out. Have a great day, and thank you for watching. All right, good deal. Welcome back, Open Pagan Church. Let's bring in Discord. Hello, Discord.
Hey, good morning.
Look at that.
Yeah? What's going on in the world today?
You spouting all that crap I just was dumping a load.
Oh boy. Right, well, topic today: global human unification. Now, in opening, can there truly be global human unification? As humans, we're all in the same boat. The boat is called Mother Earth. Humans all over the world want the same thing, and that is basically to take care of ourselves and our family and, live out our lives in relative peace. Most humans want that anyway. What do you feel is stopping global human unification? Now,
Religion.
religion. Well, yeah, to the most part. Morning, Jimmy. Morning to you guys in the chat, and morning to Discord. Cindy, you had looked up for us global human unification this morning, and it's been something that's going on for quite a while. It's nothing new. What did you find?
I found global unification that's been going on through the 21st century.
20th century.
20th century. It began to take hold in 2050 during
1950.
it says 2050, but 1950 during a global financial disaster. This is all finance now, not religion. It's where they had the global financial disaster in which Europe did the federal EP, Asia started the Asian Union, North American started a union also, NAU were formatted. But then the Russian Civil War happened in 1940 to 1944.
Yeah.
So by then they started theirs, and then South Africa started the union, and then the European Financial started, and they started theirs too. So technically, everybody has in the world, I can say it, on all the continents, they have their own clique, I guess you could call it, their own
Right,
union.
right, right.
So they can protect the financial part of the world.
Well, you think about it this way. We have the World Health Organization. We have the European Union. We have several boards of communication where global leaders come together and talk about things that would typically be better for the global unification of the population. So, global unification, global human unification, however, has really taken root and has really taken off in the late 90s and early 2000s with the advent and the explosion of the World Wide Web, the internet. And I mean, it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier, pre-broadcast. When any government on the planet, and I don't want to call anybody out by name, but anyway, um, when any government on the planet does something stupid, it
The
is,
United,
huh?
the United Nations step in. That's the
Well,
global.
right. But prior to the United Nations, you have the internet. I mean, think about it. When someone on the other side of the planet does something stupid, it is instantly broadcast on the internet. Now, granted, with software today and with programming today being what it is, it's relatively easy to modify a video. However, it takes hours to modify a 1 minute video. It takes a long time to modify a 1 minute video. So when you're talking about live streaming while things are happening, like Open Pagan Church, we're a live broadcast that is recorded and then uploaded to other archive sites. We've got probably too many of them now, as it were. But anyway, but here on Facebook, we are live broadcast. Now, Facebook has about a 7 or 8 second delay so that their algorithms can pick up what's being broadcast to hopefully block anything that, I don't know, live feed murder or live feed suicide or stupid stuff that people are doing. But as global human unification, what does it even mean? I mean, I know what it means to me, but what does it mean to you guys, and do you think it could even happen?
Go ahead.
Come on, let me have it.
As long as our society is ruled by politics and religion, there is no chance of global peace, global unification.
Sorry, go ahead. You hit it.
Yeah, that was an agreement. Yep.
Sorry, Lester. Go ahead.
That was it.
Oh, yeah.
I
Reformat, reconstitute, reorganize government.
Well, I'm going to play devil's advocate for a moment.
When don't you? I mean, okay.
True. Good morning, John. Good morning, Jimmy.
But isn't that your job?
It is. I believe that global human unification, to a degree, has started.
In some aspect, yes.
Right.
It has. We work we work with other governments and we work with other people, other countries for the betterment of humanity. Yes. But as long as we keep a organized religious doctrine, there's always going to be things like jihad, and
True.
crusades,
True.
and
Well, now are you talking, when you're talking human unification, are you talking utopian?
No.
no,
No.
that concept is like way
Yeah,
out there. That's
No.
fiction.
I
that's what happened.
I am in no way am I fantasizing about a utopia. Um, I quite frankly think a utopian system would be so boring people would die of boredom.
Well, they wouldn't live long.
It
Right.
would fall apart.
Well, yeah, because if you think about it, and let's think about something realistic here, and I'm going to talk about it a little deeper in depth later on in the program. But your average human being loves drama.
Unfortunately,
Right. Now, you think about it. And back before we started Open Pagan Church here on the broadcast, back around 2009, 2010, somewhere up in there, I think, I did quite a bit of research on the top rated YouTube programs, Facebook programs, and other social networking programs. You know that the top ranking programs on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and what have you are programs that are wrapped around drama, programs that are wrapped around sex, programs that are wrapped around people hurting people.
yeah, stupid videos.
Stupid videos. Stupid videos that I myself am guilty of watching.
Of course, we all are.
Right, and see, that's my point. Humans are too wrapped up in drama for there to ever be a utopia. However,
It's
nowadays,
like it's like the memes that are circulating right now of the guy standing on the end of a board out over an open area and he's cutting the board behind him.
yes, how many times have we seen that happen with people trimming trees, Lester?
Right.
Right. People actually do that shit. And, and I don't know if it's sad because people are catching it on video or if it's sad that because people are still doing it.
Both.
Both.
Because it's like in a time it took you to take that picture, you could have told that guy to move his ass to the other side of the wall.
But that's not as funny. And this is the way people think. But if we think about it, there really is an ongoing movement where people that live in communist countries, communistic run countries, take a look at Japan, for example. There is such an uprising right now in Japan against the communist.
Yep.
And it's fed, it's enhanced, it's pushed by the global internet, by live videos, live feed of what's going on. So to a degree, global human unification is underway. Now, admittedly enough, as long as one particular global religion thinks that they have control over everything, there's going to be drama. There's going to be crap. There's going to be There's going to be those that want to
Dissension.
stick their nose in people's bedrooms, so to speak.
Yeah, there'll be dissension.
Right. And as long as you have people sitting in higher up government seats that think they are the only global control there is or will be, not mentioning any names, that think that their word is the only word, like Lester said, there's going to be distinction. Or is there?
Oh no, there will be.
Well, let's think
It's
about it
it's
this way.
in human nature to question everything.
Right. And see, that's the very thing that is enforcing many people for global human unification are those people like myself, like you, Cindy, Paul, people like John and Jimmy that are or were in chat. They question the status quo. Business as usual. 50 years ago, when you had a single seat in Russia, you had a single seat in Japan, you had a single seat in America, people could get by with shit. They could hide things better than they can today.
Now they can't get away with shit. Try to. Russia does, but we don't.
Well, a lot of people can't get by with shit when it comes to global activities. You take a look at, and let's talk about pollution and global warming, for example. COVID-19 earlier this year was scientific proof of pollution and global warming. That will be talked about for years to come by the scientists.
Yeah.
The one place we don't hear about COVID-19? Russia.
That's because Russia does not allow it to get out. But I assure you, Russia is hit just as hard as the rest of the planet. Now, in all honesty, there are some populations on the globe that are not hit as hard because their social interaction with outside people are not as apparent, not as abundant.
Well,
I know you don't hear about it in India.
Yeah, you do. There are several news reels about India. India's in deep shit right now with COVID-19.
Yeah, 'cause they're almost like China as far as population.
Yeah.
yeah, you pack 300 billion people in a country the size of India, somebody's gonna die.
Uh-huh. Yeah, absolutely. But the
But
thing,
you take a country like Russia where the population's so spread out, hell, Siberia, they got communities that are completely shut off
yeah,
from the other civilizations. These people don't go anywhere.
yeah, and in retrospect, those small communities, if one person comes in with something like that, it'll wipe out the entire community before anybody even knows about it.
Right. They'll all be dead and gone before anybody figures it out. So
Right. But
Yeah, good morning, Polar Bear.
considering,
Yeah, I'm trying to sneak in here for a minute.
morning, Clint. But when you consider the movement of
I'm trying to get my phone to turn up.
when you consider the movement that's going on
There we go.
of global human unification, the movement is actually, it's not in full swing, but it is getting momentum, I think.
yeah, there's been progress in it over the last few years. I said last few decades actually.
Yeah.
But the outcome, like I said, as long as we have the political systems that we have now and the religious systems that we have now, it'll never be 100% feasible.
Oh no, I don't think it'll ever be 100% feasible, but I do believe that the global unification will cause a system of checks and balances to be put in place where the people, the
You
the
know,
people are tired of being repressed.
I looked at global unification and everything. There's another thing trying to go into effect. Global government, one government of the world. I don't think it ever happened, but they're trying it.
No, it won't
No.
happen.
I know it won't
Well,
happen, but
The
what if
UN hasn't worked out in 50 years. It's not going to happen.
but it's out there, it's like global unification. I looked it up, and there's economic, and then there's government, and then there's humanity.
Well, 80 years ago, somebody tried a global government. Look what happened. He killed over 2 million people.
yeah. Well, I don't
Well, that was a
believe.
fascist dictator that
Right. Right. I believe that the United Nations actually do some good work.
What?
Do it?
Go ahead, Don. I'm sorry.
No, I did. That's fine. I was just saying I believe the United Nations has actually done some good things for the planet because it gives a system of checks and balances. Now, granted, a lot of these people get in there and they give lip service and then they go back home and do what the hell they want to do. But if we think about it, and let's go back. All right, Lester, you and I met in 95, 96,
93.
93. That's
And
right. Holy shit. Okay. In 98, 99, we started talking about forming the group, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. As messed up as it was, and as with little education as we had, as I had, we brought together, for the most part, we brought together a unified set of people that were kind of known as misfits. None of us really fit anywhere. And in our area, we drew out closed covens. We drew out closed druidic groves. We drew people out of the closet that wanted to understand what paganism was about.
We even got somebody to open up a pagan store right there in Liberty, Texas.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, come on. Let's see. John says our government will never allow it. If working class blacks and whites ever truly realized we're in the same boat and pulled together, we could. I think he's trying to say we could do great things. I think that's the first step. Yes, and I agree with John, but I also think that it's underway. I know that I am on several unification groups where diversity and unification, where on these groups there are atheist, Jewish, Christian, pagan, agnostic folk. There are people of every color, race, and religion, lifestyle. There's some BDS&M folks on there. There's some polyamorous people on there. You know, and John said media has to keep conflicts going so they have good news. We never get the whole story. Well, let me ask you this: whose responsibility is it to get the whole story? Is it the news responsibility to report the whole story? Well, one would like to think, but it's not going to happen. If I want the whole story, it's my responsibility to, when I hear something on the news that sparks my curiosity, I have to have the intestinal fortitude to go to the internet and not just take the word of the first Google search I do.
Oh, yeah.
I have to go down through all of those different news stories and weed out the bullshit and find what the actual news is. But see, here's the case in point behind the internet and global human unification. People are coming together. 25 years ago, you would have never heard of a unified pagan organization. Now, granted, there is a, what the hell's the name of it? United Pagan Association that started in Britain in the 70s.
Safe flight story. This couple was on a camping trip when their winch.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway.
Shut up.
There's another country heard from. But, you know, the Unified Pagan, United Pagan Association, I think it is, when we first started getting on the internet with the HOP, the House of Pagans, they started in Britain, I think, in the 70s, 80s.
And that was the founding of OBOD.
Okay. All right.
OBOD, something like that.
OBOD, something. So, I mean, this is nothing new. However, I know for a fact that 25 years ago, hate crimes were still being committed against non-Christian folk on a daily basis in such a horrendous amount. It still happens today, but it's not as prominent. You all right there, Lester?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Sound like you were beating on something.
Oh, I was scratching something on top of my phone.
Oh. That sounded like you were fixing to come through the phone.
Didn't realize it was doing it. I guess that's because of the speakers right there.
I was going to say, hell, mask up and come on, shit.
John said the media has to keep conflict going for good press. Oh, you already said that. Sorry.
What?
John
Oh, right. Yeah.
Well, also, the media can only report just certain things up to a point because of the restrictions that are put upon them by the government.
Yeah.
Communications.
Yep, that's censorship.
Well, anybody that thinks censorship has not always been has been living under a rock.
Yeah, we've been having censorship since we had TV.
Yeah, radio.
Yeah. Anybody
Radio, newspapers.
Anybody who doesn't believe in censorship thinks that flying saucers is somebody playing frisbee.
It's a weather balloon.
Yeah, that's a topic for another rabbit hole there.
I'm telling you, it's a weather balloon.
Well,
Anyway.
you know, but herein lies the point, though, right? Let's think about something. Jimmy, I've met face to face. In fact, I did his wedding. John, I don't think I've ever met John face to face. Me and Lester and Cindy and Clint, it's been a long time since we've seen each other. It's been even longer for me and Lester. 2008, I believe, is the last time Lester and I laid eyes on each other.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But because of the unification capabilities of the internet, we've all been able to come back together. Open.
Yeah, like I say, we had the Facebook live time. That was awesome.
Yep. We have
Yeah,
people.
wish I could have joined that. I was driving at the time.
Yeah, that could be a little troublesome trying to join a video chat while driving.
Just a tad. 8 plus, yeah. 8 plus.
You know, if we think about there are people all over the globe that watch our videos. Back when I was doing the thought for the day, when I was recording YouTube videos on my stupid little cell phone of the time and posting them on YouTube. That was in the early stages of YouTube. And I still, on occasion, see where people all over the world are still linked to some of those old videos, which I don't even have access to that account anymore. That account has been dead and gone for 20 years. No, 10 years. Yeah. 10, 12 years.
Pegasus account?
Yeah, the old, well, my Pegasus.
I got to get off.
All right, bro.
I'm at the job. All right, love you guys.
Love you guys. Yep, love you. So, I mean, prior to the Pegasus 012162 account that I have now for my private YouTube account that I use for technology, I actually had a Pegasus 12162 YouTube account where I did daily uploads. Thoughts for the day. So, for us to arbitrarily say global human unification will never work, I don't know that we will see it in full swing in our lifetime. But at one point, when I dedicated to the pagan path, I had no idea that the HOP would have grown to the size that it was at one point. I mean, at one point, the internet following of the HOP was over 2,500 people.
I remember that.
Of course, you know, politics gets in the way, drama gets in the way, and power-hungry people got in the way, and we killed it and pulled the plug and restarted it. And even now, Cindy, how many members we got now on the HOP group? Can you look? But even now, this global unification thing is coming around. It's growing. But members of the community need to keep it growing in an open-minded idea. What do you guys think? I mean, leaders of the communities out there now need to keep it going in an open-minded idea and not let it go down a rabbit hole of conspiracy theorists and bullshit.
House of Pagans have 228 right now.
228, okay. Hi, Cody.
Open page.
Oh,
No. I wanted the HOP. I don't know how many people we have on Open Pagan Church. I hadn't looked in a day or two. But
I would say, Don, that for global unification to work in our lifetimes, it would take a cataclysmic event to threaten planet Earth for the entire civilization to come together and work as a whole.
Well, ain't that what we got?
No, we just have a pandemic going around, Bubba. That's not a catastrophic event. That's an overblown flu virus.
Well, to a degree, I think Paul is right.
322 in Open Pagan Church.
322, okay.
I'm talking about something in terms of like an asteroid heading for Earth, or the sun blowing up, or something really catastrophic.
Oh, the sun blows up, I'm just going to tuck my head between my ass and kiss my ass goodbye because it's all done with anyway.
Yep.
As global unification, everybody be doing it.
True, true. But what
Global,
huh?
global unification to me would be, I guess, there would be no hate crimes or anything. But that's so far fetched. It's
like
not gonna happen.
Right. It's like you said, as long as we have multiple religions and fanaticism, hate crimes are going to happen.
Well, and then it really does, when you stop thinking about hate crimes aren't only just dictated by religion, they're also dictated by consciousness. You take racism for an instance. It's not a Christian thing or a Muslim thing or a Jewish thing. It's a human thing. People hate people because they're different.
Yep.
That's a human characteristic. It's not based on religion at all. That's always going to be an issue with humanity. You're different from me. I don't like you. Get away.
Right. But are we not seeing more and more sections of people coming out of the woodwork?
Well, yes.
All right. So I believe by the momentum of the numbers that are growing, and by the way, on an outside note, Cody says, can I get everyone to pray for my dad? Absolutely, bruh. We'll keep him in our thoughts.
Is that the one that had the heart attack?
I don't know. I know Cody's dad has had some health issues over the years, so we'll definitely keep him in our thoughts. So, carrying on, if we look at the numbers, right, and you look at the statistics of the people that are coming out, the unified groups that are starting to be formed, the leaders of those groups, a lot of them, are coming to the realization that it's not just about their way. Okay? One of the things the HOP has always been founded on is it's not about my way. It's about our way. When we make a move to do something, we do it as a team. We do it as a unified situation. And when we communicate with other groups, we communicate in such a way to better the pagan philosophy and to better the open-minded philosophy, because there's always going to be religion. I believe in one way or another there's always going to be bigotry and racism. Colon cancer. Yep, that was it.
They're probably always going to be that too.
True. John says, I agree. People are starting to meet on some kind of common ground. He says it gives me faith in my fellow man. Yes. And these are the things, and I mean, granted, in reality, I deal with stupid all day, every day, of one form, shape, or fashion. We all do. But at the same time, when I'm kind of looking through the different groups and seeing what people are posting, how people from different communities, different races, different religions, different idealisms are coming together, finding common ground. It would be nice if, global human unification would happen in my lifetime. I'm not going to lie, it would be nice. But the thing that does give me hope is it's one of those very slow processes that does have a forward momentum going.
Kaya will see a better tomorrow than we will.
I think so. You know,
I think another generation after Kaya.
I think it's Kaya.
That's what I'm saying. It'll keep rolling downhill. You
Yeah.
know?
Well,
The
you know,
next generation sees a better tomorrow. The next generation sees an even better tomorrow.
right,
It just takes time. It's not something that can be done overnight.
right. And you know, one of uh, one of our friends here locally that started the Princeton Diversify. Anyway, Princeton Diverse Facebook group. She has really pushed this thing through, and she herself, I think, claims Jewish, and I think her husband is Christian,
Well, it happens a lot.
right? But the
They
two
have
of
common
them, right? But the two of them are raising and have raised. She has raised her children to believe that no matter what religion you choose, you can never discount another person's religion.
Arguments ought to be fun in that household, though.
Well, and see, here's the interesting thing. They don't have arguments, they have conversations.
Right? But what I'm saying is, she says we birthed Jesus Christ. He says, well, you killed him too. So.
Yeah, that's a boy. That's another topic of another rabbit hole, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll always get a kick out of Jewish and Christian relationships.
They're interesting, but that's much like Christian and pagan relationships.
Oh yeah.
We've known several of those, and a few of
You're
them have
talking one of
actually made
those.
it, huh?
We're talking one of those.
Yes, yeah. Well, you know, and I believe that.
We didn't kill your gods. We just assimilated them. We changed them up a bit.
Right, but that's what modern day religions have done. I mean, if we go back to the days of the Mesopotamian, we go back to the days prior to Mesopotamia. Everybody was polytheistic. Hell, monotheism, the first documented monotheistic religion was Amun-Ra.
Yes. Very good.
You know, that was the first documented monotheistic belief system of Imhotep IV when he changed his name to Amun-Ra and started praying to the sun god, the one single sun god.
And it got him killed.
And boy, his priests were pissed.
Well, yeah, it took the power away from the priest.
Right.
I'm playing Assassin's Creed 1 right now, and that's the era that I'm dealing with.
Right. John says, we have a lot of rabbit holes here, don't we? Yes, we do.
Oh yeah, the
Hey.
yard's full of rabbits, buddy.
Man, let me tell you, here on Open Pagan Church, we try to steer away from those rabbit holes unless we're actually going to do a broadcast on open rabbit holes.
That'd be nice.
I knew that was coming. But I've seriously considered. I try to do one a year.
Just call me Alice.
Right.
Call me Bubba.
Right. Yeah, I try to do one a year of just open rabbit holes where everything goes. You know, no conversation is off of the plate. You know. John says I'll always be pagan. my love for nature, my respect for women dictates I stay on this path. Yes, absolutely. Totally agree with you. So,
In closing,
into into kind of wind down a little bit, what can we do? What can we do as people? And
teach.
what
Teach people.
word of advice do we have for people that watch our broadcast? What can they do to continue the momentum of the global human unification? What can we do? What can we recommend they would do? What are y'all's thoughts on carrying forward
Can
some
I go first?
form of global human unification?
Well,
Teach
one,
the
we
children.
have we have a lot of teachers in here that will teach the pagan way. Also, we have the open-minded. I guess people could be, but be cautious. I guess that would. I don't know. That's simple words. Lester.
Teach the children.
Yep. Teach the children.
Teach the
Children
children
first.
what?
To be
How
open-minded. To
open-minded.
be to
What?
be kind to human beings in general. Teach the children, because, like you said, you
It
can't
rolls
fix an
downhill.
idiot, but you can teach.
Start the University of Common Sense.
Amen.
Good luck with that.
Like you said, teach the children, teach our ways to other people to be more open, more acceptance of human beings.
And we also need to stop.
Learn ethics.
Yeah. But we also need to stop. We need to stop spreading and preaching hate. We need to stop talking about if people are not Christian, they're going to go to hell. Because if you think about it,
I'm going to hell.
well, I'll drop you off a cup of coffee on my way through to Valhalla.
Okay.
I think we need to stop teaching discrimination. And whether society realizes it or not, when a family teaches their children homosexuality is wrong, they're teaching hate, they're teaching discrimination. When American families teach their children what they've heard from the leaders of government, that the Japanese caused COVID-19,
No,
Chinese, whatever.
No, Japanese. There's no
Still.
difference.
Still, case in point,
There's a lot of needs out there.
yes, but when families are teaching their children hatred, that you should stay away from somebody else because they're different. You should stay away from somebody else because they have long hair, beard, and a mustache.
They got a Christ complex.
I remember those days I remember the 60s and 70s when people that were thought to have tattoos were evil. And anybody in my age group will remember that.
Yep.
I remember the days that if you had a beard or a mustache at your job place, you were fired.
Yep.
Now I'm sitting here, bearded, mustache, long hair, and I'm a team lead of a health organization IT desk. Things change. The times are changing. times have changed. You know, we've got web pages like FetLife now where polyamorous lifestyles are accepted and embraced. There are Facebook pages where polyamory is accepted and embraced. The sheer amount of pagan polytheistic web pages are mind-numbing. You know? We need to stop teaching our children that because someone is different, they're bad. Cody says, my dad has long hair. Yeah, he does. Has since I've known him. Anybody have any closing statements before we end our broadcast?
Not really. You said it all. Everybody needs to teach the children and accept people with them.
Just accept people for who they are.
Yep, for who they are.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't like somebody's personality and you don't like the way they live and their lifestyle, shake their hand, bid them well, bid them a good life, and just go on and do your own thing. Yeah, you know, I mean, but at the same time, there's going to come a time where, and it's already happening, but there's going to come a time where Republicans, Democrats, atheist, agnostic, Jewish, Christian, pagan, Muslim, people are going to be forced to sit down at the same table and break bread together because there may not be another table to sit at.
Amen.
So, you know, let's think about that one. Let's think about what it's going to be when the day happens that people of different colors, race, religions, lifestyles, belief systems have no choice but to sit at the same table and break bread together.
One big happy Thanksgiving.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Leave the alcohol out.
Good luck with that. Yeah. Well, listen, guys. Yeah, John, I'm glad you've joined in. You know, if you want to be heard and you want to actually talk rather than having to type, the never expiring link is in the description of the broadcast. Feel free to join us on Discord. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time here on Open Pagan Church. Have a great day.